Hello, this is Rene Manfre with What's Your Passion and the Chase Lerille, the real deal. This morning we're going to talk about some different topics over the last week. Chase and I have been working on this for the last almost a couple of weeks. Different programs, different ways of really how to get our message across and how to help people with different areas of their lives. We had a great meeting the other day with LeDuc Entertainment. Armando LeDuc has a huge media company, promotions. He does video, his background is really incredible. So that has really put us in a different realm where our company is now going not from only self-development, training, sales, everything from my experience, and then bringing in Chase, who's 24 years old, that you'll hear Chase in a few minutes of all the things that he's been doing to really improve his life and where he's going. So we're going to talk to Chase this morning about his goals, what he's been doing to change his personal life, his mom's life, his brother's life, and all the different things. And we're just really excited about where we're going as With Your Passion, powered up by LeDuc Entertainment. So Chase, let's get real, right? So today's Sunday morning. Most people are, try to do the things, but have been really taking the last few months. So tell me over the last few days, you and I and Brandon Adden went to that presentation. That was really an awesome presentation from Armando LeDuc. So when you went through that, what's changed for you?
Well, he talked about how you need to create content when you have ideas. Video content is very important. It's the most intriguing way to get your point across to people, especially if you're a business and you have products to sell.
Right.
And that's a really like photos and all that works, but you need to get content. You need to get video content out. People need to hear your voice. Right?
I like that.
People need to see you.
Mm-hmm.
See you move. Know that you're actually there. Know that you actually care.
So you find video, the power of video has, when you watch, just from your experience, you went through a training with Andrew Tate, and that's how you've changed. So when you're going through that training, was it the videos? Because
it's all videos. It's all videos.
Okay. So tell me. So that's
it's all video. It's all video knowledge and video teaching.
So you wouldn't have got that from just reading a book.
No.
Or watching.
What they do is they implement. They teach you videos and they ask you questions from the video, and that way they know you're paying attention.
Wow. So to kind of tell us a little bit about your story. Just let it rip. This is What's Your Passion. This is about stories. This is about really, it doesn't matter where we came from, it's about where we came from really is the story. And that's really what I want to know. What's your story as much as you want to tell?
Okay, yeah. I think it could start from when I got out of high school. My focus was not really where it should have been.
Okay.
As far as where I should have went with my life. I started like a late bloomer, kind of.
Right.
I was too worried about getting a girlfriend.
Okay.
I was too worried about, I didn't want to work a job, right?
Right.
Because I knew there was something different, something about me that was always different, but I never wanted to work a job, right? Because I always thought I could be doing something better. But that was a downfall, because you need a job in life. That's your backbone to make the money, to make you more money. I didn't realize that though. If that's one thing I could change about if that's one thing I could go back and change is giving myself the opportunity of using those jobs that I had and just staying with them and actually learning skills that can benefit other people.
Good stuff. So let's go, because we've been through this path with you for years. So when you were going through the stages in school, so you never really had anybody really giving you the information or direction, or were you trying to seek, or were you thinking about trying to ask people how to help? Or?
I think that when I was in school, social media was like a bad influence more than good. I don't think there was much good influence in the world.
Okay.
When I was 18, 17.
So you're 24 now, so what is that, like 6-7 years ago? So back then.
Nowadays, there's so much more good influence than there was when I was in high school.
Right.
So there's so many way outs. Right? There's so many opinions, good opinions. There's so many good people that talk about how to succeed. Like, there's so much more insight. You didn't really have that insight when I was 18, 17. Like, it was all social media was just, I mean, there was influencers, obviously, probably.
Right,
but it wasn't as extravagant as it is now.
Because you had to kind
Everyone's
of start
influencing.
Right? Okay, so do you feel now when you go on YouTube, everybody's influencing?
Everyone's influencing. Everyone has some kind of influence they're trying to put onto somebody, whether it's a bad influence or a good influence. But I think the good's starting to outweigh the bad a little bit. Look at Andrew Tate, for example.
Yeah.
He was intriguing people in a way that was hurting people's. He was hitting pain points, right? He was telling people that they're just lazy.
Right.
You're not doing shit with your life, right? So the people took offense.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the type of influence some people need, and it changed my life. That kind of influence changed my life because I needed someone with no filter.
Right.
Tell me how it is. And that's just how the world is. If you can't, if you can't take the pain that you're feeling and turn it into good, then that's just something you need to work on.
Now you went through a phase where you were really good, and I mean I've heard your music and everything else. And if you ever want to learn, you can go to Chase Lerille. I guess I don't know how where's your songs at on Spotify,
SoundCloud, Spotify.
And it's on the Chase Lerille.
Just Lerille.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want to go to, just listen to his music. It's incredible. And he had a great beats. He knows how to do mixing and putting together audio and all the time. So we watched that phase, and he was really good. And it's really just getting. So at that point, were you starting to not only put the songs and all together, but were you physically going to places to meet people and see how you can network?
Yeah.
Or you didn't know how to
like
do that?
Over here in New Orleans, they have a place called House of Blues. I performed there a couple times.
Awesome.
And
yeah, I remember.
I did go to there was the Coast to Coast live event that was in New Orleans.
And I don't know if you know Coast to Coast, but Coast to Coast came here to New Orleans. He was one of, I don't know how many.
Third place out of, I got third place out of like 25 artists in New Orleans.
That's a success story, guys. I mean, third place. So he got the third place. That gave you the opportunity to go to Miami, right? Mm-hmm. And then, so we went to Miami, the family and everything, and went to Miami. And what happened there? Now, you were living in Miami, so it's kind of a whole story here. But in that phase, you went to Miami, and you were into that group of people.
Well, before I even went to Miami, I was already learning about copywriting.
Okay.
And it was starting to click to me, like, I'm not making money like I want to.
Gotcha.
Music is literally, I love it, right? But it's like, people show me they don't give a shit about my music. They just show me, they don't care.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make them care about something else that I can do.
Correct.
So that's why business was so intriguing to me. Because if I can take all the skills that I learned in music, the perfectionists, being a perfectionist, and being disciplined, and when you make a song,
right,
you mess up. You're gonna mess up.
Correct.
But you have to go back. You have to redo the line until it's perfected. Wow. That's discipline. Mm-hmm. It's hearing. It's listening to it, and you want to be. You know that you have work. Like it's work. It's an art, and business is an art. And I can take that business. I can take that art from music, the discipline that I learned, and the consistency that I learned, and the patience that I learned. And I could turn that into a new skill, and help people. And that just opened my mind. Like that's money. That's more money than any music could ever make you.
Because I think we had some talks about that in the past, that I knew that he had the skills, and I listened to his music and everything else, but because I wasn't really involved in any kind of entertainment world, I didn't know who to plug him into. And when I knew that if we can just figure out the marketing side too, so topic really, what your passion kind of came from, was his topic. That I think a lot of people have skills, they have passion, they're good at what they're doing, but they don't know how to promote it, they don't know how to move it, or they don't understand the business side to it. And that's really, with my skills through the years have come from different ways of understanding business and sales skills and overcoming objections, things of that nature. But now that's why I started What's Your Passion, because of this is a story that Chase is really going from where he was to where he is. So the things that you just now said, discipline, repetition, the gifts, consistency, patience. I mean,
here's the thing.
That's a book.
Even the discipline and the motivation I had within myself with music, it wasn't helping me in life though.
Okay.
When I learned about business and I learned about sales, I literally changed my point of view of the world. Music never changed my perspective of the world, but sales did.
So sales is what changed you through those trainings that you got from
Sales, learning about human relations, learning about how to communicate with people, learning about, learning about anything in business, communication skills.
So you
That
think
changes your perspective of the world more than music ever will.
So do you think if you were to learn some of this in your school and everything else about sales and all this,
They don't teach you that. They don't teach you none of that.
But you think it would have changed your life?
Of course.
I mean, today you'd probably be a multimillionaire, right?
Yeah. If I learned about all the skills that actually are making you money.
Right.
You got to have the money-making skills. If you don't have the money-making skills, you're not going to make no money. You can be good at music all you want.
Right.
But is it a skill that's going to make you money?
Right.
Unless you know the right people. If you don't know the right people, you're screwed.
Right.
But with business, you can find the right people through social media because everyone needs help. Everyone does business.
Right.
Everyone's business is suffering. Like, that's why I say music, people don't need it. They just want it. But everyone in business needs help. They want and they need help.
Right.
People that just, like, are we listening to music right now? Do we need to hear it? No. Do we want to hear it? I mean, it'd be nice to probably have some music on right now, but we don't need it.
Right. That's crazy. That's a good topic.
You know?
Okay, so we go to Walmart at the was it the same day of Thanksgiving or the day after?
It was after Thanksgiving.
It was the day after Thanksgiving, so we go to Walmart, so it was Black Friday. And so we're walking into Walmart, we're seeing all these people coming out with baskets of stuff, food and everything else. And what did you say?
Walmart helps you save money. We want to make money.
So we're going in there and we bought this, right? So we were going specifically into Walmart for a reason.
Walmart didn't have this.
Yeah, true. Walmart didn't.
We had to go to Office Depot.
Right. But it was just.
Walmart doesn't even want you to make money. This makes you money right here.
So what the message is today? If you can have a phone and you can have a little board that costs maybe the total thing is about $100, right? You can start a business, and that's really what this is.
This alone is intriguing enough. People are interested. They're just interested. Oh, you write on the board, man. What is that?
Right.
You could write visuals when you're explaining stuff to people. It's like, that's a good investment. It's a moneymaker.
Right.
It helps you. It helps with videos. It helps with content.
That's crazy. So now let's talk about the video. So when you go to Chase Lerille or Chase on YouTube, you can follow him on his Instagram, Chase Lerille, Lerille. Start looking for him, brothers, because right now that what your passion really is building some clients over the last few weeks that we're starting to kind of engage and get their social media looking better. We're going to talk about microblading. We're going to talk about some different individuals that have some successful businesses already, but they're just not to the next level. They're not getting that global experience and that global acknowledgement yet because nobody's really helped them. So our goal is really to drive people's businesses to the next level.
What we're doing right now is how you bring it to the next level.
Power of video. Just having a conversation, just like we're doing right now.
Yep.
So when you go to video one of Chase, so Chase just started his video series in the last few days. So today is November 25th or whatever it may be.
It's my second day making videos.
Today's second. So a second day. So he had the discipline and the skill to where all he did was just start. And
I just got back from Miami. I mean, I was in a dark place 2 months ago, and I'm already snapped out.
Right.
That's how fast you can change. If you really want it, you gotta really want to change.
And you
gotta listen, but you need influence. Yeah. If you can't change, listen to people that'll help you change. If you can't find it within yourself to change, you need to have influence to change. Don't just neglect influence. Don't be like, oh, I'm too good for it. I can change on my own, because you can't. No, you can't. People know things you don't know. People taught me things I didn't know, and it opened my mind. I see the world differently. If I never had those people, if I said, no, I don't want to listen to those people. I don't want to watch with the content that they're making. I don't want to watch the videos they're making. Then it wouldn't help me. I'd have been struggling for years trying to figure something out because I didn't know. But now you go to influencers that know these things, you learn. That's why you need influence. You don't know everything. You're not going to know everything. You never will. There's always someone better.
Mm. So there's already somebody who built and gone through the pain, failures, and everything else. So what you've learned by just
so you
reaching out,
learn off it. You're carving off the mess ups. You're carving off the mistakes that you could make on the journey.
Right.
Like, it would have taken me a year, if not longer, on my own to just figure out, like, okay, because everyone knows we have to make a video, but do they really do it? Do they really do it?
What do you think that keeps people from doing videos?
They don't. They overthink. They get overwhelmed. They don't know what to start talking about. You just start talking. Like we just started talking. It's that easy. It's really that easy. Just start. So we're gonna do a whole. Come up with
whole
something to talk about. If you have to brainstorm it. Rehearse what you're gonna talk about, and then start talking about it.
So when you came up, let's talk about ideas are useless. A few tidbits of what they're gonna get from that video, because I want y'all to see that video. It's raw.
I came up with ideas are useless because we had an idea to do this. And without us implementing that idea into video content, then it was useless. We're just talking, right? We're just talking. We're just blowing smoke. No one wants to blow smoke.
God, I'm getting so much stuff from this. That is huge. So you're so right, because we could have been talking about it, planning about it, but we just didn't.
Yeah. Why are we wasting time? You know, the world could literally just obliterate. You know, any day.
Right.
We could get nuked. I mean, who knows? Anything could happen. I could have a heart attack. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. It's just like, you got to do things, you know, because if you have an idea, it's most likely God telling you, like, bro, like, this is your chance.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that right now? Do you feel like this is your calling that you just didn't know, or where you just want to tell people?
Yeah, if it wasn't for influence, I do have to think a lot of that for influence, you know, because I had to learn from others. Everyone has to learn from somebody.
So let me ask you. So, you've been knowing me a long time. So we've been, we're family. Mm-hmm. So you saw me for years doing the moving and things of that nature. What was keeping you? Because I needed to figure out what is it that I can do better to help people. But what is it that you saw me working? You saw me doing things. You saw me moving. You saw me getting up. So you saw my activities and actions. Mm-hmm. Why was I not able to get you? Or what was it that that I wasn't doing?
I was distracted with girls, with trash, games.
Okay, so I couldn't even get to you. That's good. So I couldn't even get to you because you were distracted.
I had distractions. Yeah,
that's awesome. Okay, no, because
it's little distraction. It doesn't even have to be a big distraction. It can be a little distraction that can literally just halt you, like a girl, or a relationship, or smoking weed, or video games, or going out to a club, or just anything. Watching a movie when you know you got shit to do.
Interesting.
Those are the little distractions that make a big difference, because those are the bad habits, right? If your mind gets used to distracting yourself, you're never gonna get anything done, because you're not training your mind to do the things that you know you need to do. You have that has to be trained. Mm-hmm. Like our brain is like a computer. It's a framework. Right. If you're training your mind to be a certain way, you're giving yourself no other choice. So if you give in to the distractions, then you failed. Wow. But you can break out. Anyone can break out. But you gotta want it. Like, you literally have to want it. You know, that's why I say, look at where you're at. Literally look at where you're at. Look yourself in the. I look at myself in the mirror. You know, a lot of times I've looked at myself in the mirror, like when I tried to stop smoking, and I would go about a week, and I would slip, and I would just have a puff. I'd look at myself in the mirror, and I would look myself dead in the eyes, and I would tell myself how stupid I am.
Wow.
Literally, just how stupid are you? What are you doing? Tell myself that. And you feel that in your heart.
Right.
Because you're telling yourself in your eyes these things. look yourself dead in the eyes and ask yourself, what the F are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, what? Like, I'm me. I have to be the best version.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I slipping? You know? And I think if you do that, then that's the most powerful thing in the world. Your word to yourself is the most powerful thing in the world. Because everybody else could tell you things, but what you're telling yourself is the most powerful thing.
That's a video right there. What you're telling yourself.
What you tell yourself is way more powerful than what anyone else can tell you. And God's word is really powerful, but even then, I think what you tell yourself is still more powerful than what God tells you. Because God can tell you things, but you can say something else, right?
Right.
You can tell yourself completely. You could deny Him. You can deny God.
Right.
So you are the most powerful force.
So God can give you the idea, maybe the little inch of what you want, but you have to purposely go out there and do it and drive and get over the fears.
And it's hard.
Overcome objections.
It's hard. It is hard.
But you
when you're not used to it, it's hard.
Right.
Like what we're doing, you know. Might have thought it was hard, but we just did it.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with y'all guys. I mean, I've been doing a lot of things for the years. When it comes down to video, I knew that I should have been doing more video. I've done little videos throughout the years for different things, but I really never, my own fear, even as much information and knowledge and all these things that I've had through the years, I still have fears. I still have the challenges of getting on a camera and things of that nature and really just kind of doing it, right? But you have to look at it, when you look at the backstage of a movie, you don't see the back end. And most movies and things of that nature you see the version of what the movie creates, but you really don't know the back end. All the makeup, all the people that's involved, all the different screens. Most of the time, the things that you're seeing on the screen is not really real. Majority of the individuals, they have ways of photoshopping and doing all kind of things. So you have to get away from yourself because we all have fear, we all have self-doubt, or we don't feel good about ourselves. I was in the health club business most of my young career life. And me and my brother and friends, and it was really just a bunch of us that were with this crew of individuals that are good looking, we're fitness and everything else. And as I'm seeing my friends now, we've all changed a little bit, but we're so much better and bigger because not only did we stay in that mode of working out and fitness, we worked on ourselves and our minds. And sometimes we even go back and say, man, remember how we used to be able to wear these shorts and wear our legs? So you know what? Those are the days. I would love those days, but I'm 53. I'm not going to be perfect, but I am going to be better next year because Chase Lerille is working on me to get me back in fitness. So together we're getting badass.
And people don't. You got to get over the fears of the low self-esteem that you'll have. Mm-hmm. Because nobody's gonna care. Nobody cares. As long as you bring value, who cares about anything else? Right? I mean, who cares? Value is the most important thing. If you have value, you'll get attention, regardless of who you are. You know, doesn't matter your race, doesn't matter your size, doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter anything. How you look, it don't matter. Why would that matter? If you have value, why does it matter? So if you're able to help people, who would care?
So value, let's stay on that. So value is really, if you're not bringing value in whatever you're bringing and doing,
you're useless. You're not giving anyone any help.
You're not doing
value is giving people help, like giving people something that is going to benefit them. That's value, right? Mm-hmm. That's value. That's the simplest term. And everything, like this house is this house, where the place we're in, this holds value, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it was built and it put the roof over our head.
You sleep.
Value.
Car, right? Now
Get you from point A to point to B. It's value. You value that because that gets you somewhere. It brings you places. You can go places. Without it, you're just stuck.
When you had a car. And you got it wrecked. It was sitting in the driveway as of last night, for about 3 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
So when you didn't have a car, did you feel crippled?
Well, yeah, of course.
because you couldn't go anywhere when you
You
wanted
gotta
to?
you gotta depend on other. You know, you gotta ask people to go places, and you know, you still do it. You know,
Right.
but it's in the back of your head. You're just, you know, it's like, damn, man. You know, I'm kind of stuck. But that's a lot of business. That's how a lot of businesses feel.
Right.
You know, they feel stuck. They don't have the value that they're looking for.
Okay. So
That's why it's important that, you know, that's why I want to come in to somebody like that for businesses. I can give value,
correct.
and people need value.
I mean, just
This is value. This whole
yeah,
session
just this
is
value. This video here. If you don't, this
If you don't
video
listen to
here
this, then
is going to go viral. So the value that what Chase did with me a few weeks ago, my lawn care company, he started seeing that, you know, hey Rene, can I help you with your marketing and your content for your social media for free? And he was already working with some of my guys on the truck doing grass cutting, and I said, yeah, sure. So after about 2 or 3 days, I started seeing that my content and my Facebook and social media started looking better just because of his little tweaks and pictures and things of that nature. And I immediately saw value. I immediately said, you're not going back on the truck. Why am I going to put something like him with this much information and knowledge on a truck and grass cutting with the rest of the guys when I knew that he had more value? So I made the switch. I said, just stay focused. I'll keep on paying you. You keep on just doing what you're doing. So
that's like it's like if I would have been back on the truck, that's like taking a water balloon, filling it with water.
Right.
That water has nowhere to go.
Right.
It's stuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta break it open just for that water to fly free.
Right.
And that's kind of what happened.
And I feel in my heart, if I would have done that, I would have crippled her. So I knew as a leader.
Yeah, you're out there, you know, I'm not saying that everyone, you know, people that work that job, you know, you have to have people that work that job, but if you really are intelligent,
Right.
you need to put that to use. You need to start getting your word out. You need to start getting the message out.
Mm-hmm.
If you really have a good head on your shoulders, you know,
Right.
if you really have all that knowledge, why
Mm-hmm.
bottle it up? Why just never talk? You know.
So let's talk about the video number 2. So when you go to Chase Lerille again, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, he's on X. I believe you're doing a lot of things on X right now.
Yep.
So if you go to him and find, we're going to put all this into the video. We're going to put this in the notes. But let's talk about video number 2, have more confidence. So what was your thoughts on having more confidence?
Mm-hmm. Confidence is a big deal. Like how we're talking. This is like we're confident when we're talking about.
Right.
And confidence is a big factor.
Mm-hmm.
And I explained that in my video. You know, I wasn't confident in my ability. Like I can use a relationship for example. I wasn't a confident boyfriend to the girl I was with.
Right.
But that's also because I had bad habits.
What were some of the bad habits?
Playing games. I would go to the store, buy you know, like CBD products, waste money, smoke shit,
Okay.
waste time. And in the back of my head, I just knew I wasn't happy. I wasn't confident in myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I was confident in myself, I'd have been doing more, achieving more. You know, it's a framework that you can fix.
Right.
That's all that matters, right? You can become more confident. And that's what I try to express. You know, you might not be confident now, but you could literally change that today. You could change it tomorrow. You could change it right now.
Right.
You could become more confident.
Mm-hmm.
You could brighten up. You could brighten yourself up easily. It's all about the choice you make. You have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna be this guy? Or are you gonna be the other guy that's confident?
Right.
That people like. Like I said, people love confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I explain to them, like it's like going to war.
Right.
Like if you go to war and your general,
Right.
he's talking about their strategy, how good it is,
Right.
and how we suck.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna make it. We're gonna die. Who wants a leader like that? He's not confident.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a leader that's saying, we're gonna win, dude. We're the strongest force. We have all the resources. We have way more resources. We got tanks. We got jets. You're gonna go to war with him.
Uh-huh.
And that's important. That's confidence. That's important that you have. You have to have confidence, and it's not in like it's a real. You have to have a realistic confidence. Don't be like arrogant about it. Don't be like, you know, putting others down type of confidence.
Right.
Just have confidence in like how you perceive yourself, how you give yourself to people.
Good stuff.
You know, your body language has a lot to do with confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here like this, my hands in my pockets, talking like this. I'm not really confident, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would seem kind of like I'm kind of dwindled, you know.
Some of the trainings you've been going through with some of these videos, and really verbiage, how to talk and things. That's helped.
Body language, hand movement, you know, eye contact. They teach you everything.
How to dress and things when you go to.
How to dress, yeah. Like if I go out, I'm gonna look nice. How you present yourself has it plays a role in confidence.
Right.
How you dress shows how confident you are. I mean, it's as simple as that. How you present yourself shows your confidence.
Remember, we used to have a thing here, dress for success. I think we're going to bring that back over time. I'm going to have to figure out if they still have that, but I think really we dress for success because that's.
See, right now I'm comfortable. I'm wearing a hoodie, but doesn't mean I'm not confident. I'm relaxing right now. I'm in home.
Yeah. We're just relaxed. But if you notice, you know, if he has his own clothing brand, that's another thing you're going to start seeing. That you're going to start seeing the real clothing brand come out because we're going to start working on that platform again because he really has some really great stuff: shoes, clothes, hoodies, shirts, and
bags.
everything.
So, you know, I want to get all that going again. You know.
So he's starting, and I saw that he had a vision. I saw that he had really good stuff. But again, I was stuck. So I'm guilty also because I was stuck on trying to figure out how to help him do that. But we're bringing all this back. So you're going to start seeing Chase Lerille with his social media getting better. You're going to start seeing him getting better. We have speaking engagements coming up over the next few months that you're going to see him on. We have opportunities right now between LeDuc Entertainment. Brandon Avedon has his podcast. We have a few other people that if you have a podcast and you're interested in seeing how we can maybe co-op and network with each other, promote each other, let's talk, reach out to us. Rene Manfre, what's your passion? Chase Lerille. But let's talk about again this last one right here. So video 3, build good habits and bad. This is just genius. I mean, even though it's easy, but good habits and bad habits, GHBH. What you did this video, and I thought it was an unbelievable video, and I can't wait to where y'all are going to see that. I'm going to post. I'm going to see if I can share it on my channels.
Yeah.
So, what happened with that? Would kind of break that down in a very short.
All right. Well, the main thing that I know is that everyone has bad habits, and most people don't know how to remove those bad habits. The easiest way. My example in the video, let's say if you have 5 habits, 10 habits, 15 habits, 20, however many bad habits you have,
right?
You have to replace that with a good habit. That's the only way. Because if you look at a bad habit, some people are like, well, I just have a bad habit. You know, I don't know. Or you know, I don't know why. You do know why. You gotta ask yourself why. And like if you eat, let's say you eat cake every day.
Right.
Replace it with fruit. Replace video games with a business skill. Replace weed with just don't do anything. like it's that simple.
Just stop it.
Just, you know what's good. People know the right things.
Right.
But they don't want to do the right things. Wow. You just have to do the right things. Like stuff. It's that simple. Like if you're not doing the right things, that's your fault. You're not doing the right things. That's the whole point. You can turn a bad habit into a good habit. That easy.
So if you're hanging,
you just have to replace it. Sometimes you can't just erase a habit. You have to replace that habit.
You have to replace it with something.
Yes, you have to replace it with something. That's why I still drink sometimes. You have to have, everyone has like a little vice, right? Everyone has something. Mm-hmm. No one's just gonna not have it. Like, I can be sober. I'm perfectly fine sober, but I like having a drink sometimes. But I'm not gonna smoke weed. That's just dumb. I'm not gonna smoke a cigarette because I know that I don't want to put anything in my lungs. That's harmful.
Let me ask you, so you're 24. I mean, the surrounding of friends and kids, what are you seeing them doing? What is it that you're seeing that most of the kids, and while they're messed up and everything, is because they don't have
most kids they're scared.
What are they scared?
They're scared of putting themselves out there. They're scared of change. They're scared of doing new things. They're scared of working harder. They're scared of sacrificing those extra hours to be something greater. They're always tired. Burned out.
Okay.
You can't burn out. Burning out is when when your days are up, that's burnout.
Is it because they don't have they don't really know their, like, they go to school, and I'm trying to go back even through my years and what's happening today in the school system. But are you seeing that most kids your age right now are just kind of lost because nobody's helping them?
They don't have
direction?
they don't have
no influence. Do you think
their social media? Their what they pull up on their phone is a lot different than what comes up on my phone. When I go on Instagram, my feed is a bunch of influence, motivating things.
Right.
Most people's stuff is just a bunch of trash.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
they go on their phone, they just see a bunch of trash. It's just nothing.
So you're finding that the phone is controlling people's lives because
Exactly,
that's all
yes, of course.
until they start searching for different
You have
things.
to search for different things. You have to physically search for motivation, and then motivation will start popping up for you. But if you got kids that are just on the internet, on social media, you know, they watch video game stuff, they watch funny stuff. That's all that's gonna pop up. They're not getting any knowledge. They're not learning anything. And on top of that, anything that you do learn about money on the internet is kind of sugarcoated. They don't really teach you how to make money.
Right.
You gotta dig deeper. And nobody wants to do it, right? Because they're scared. Nobody wants to dig deeper because they don't. That's like going down a dark alley. You know, you don't know what to expect.
So in y'all's social media and y'all's age frame, are y'all getting the same thing where people are promoting, hey, you can do this, but then they get them to buy a course, and it's really they don't give them the nuggets to really understand how to do it.
They kind of they make it seem good,
right?
Enough, but you can tell when it's kind of just it's a little over. It's a little I don't know how to explain it. It's weird.
Okay.
Because I see so many people influencing, like, hey, make money online, blah, 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 blah. Do this. You don't get this is the wrong way to get people's attention. Like, you will not get my attention like that.
But you try to do
You're just telling me how I can make money online. Dude, teach someone. Why are you holding it? Why you gotta hold stuff back? Just tell these people. What are you hiding, you know?
Right.
I wouldn't hide anything. I'm clean with everything.
No, I mean,
when
I feel,
you know, when I get to where I want to be,
right,
I'm gonna come clean.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
Well, no, I think
the world needs it.
I think you're coming clean right now, and I think that's really what we're doing. We're trying to.
People don't come clean, dude. They just want stuff out of you. How to make? You know, I'll teach you how to make money, but you gotta pay me.
Right.
Come on, dude. I mean, you know, look at the younger generation. You don't give a shit about them.
Right. That's crazy.
You know, I mean,
so most of them are just really.
That's one thing about Andrew Tate. He was clean. He was coming clean.
Right.
He was coming clean, and that's why they got him.
Wow.
That's why they got him, because they don't. You know, we're in control. We're being controlled right now, and it's getting worse, and that's the world we live in. But you know, it sucks, and I feel like that's why most people are scared to influence, because they don't want to be a target. You know. You can't care, dude.
I'm scared not to influence.
Yeah.
I see it.
I think if you want to influence, you need to start doing it. You know, don't care about the outcome so much. Don't care about the haters. Don't care about what people think, because there's gonna be the people that listen to you. There's gonna be the people that don't. But you gotta always give it. You always gotta love the people that care and that listen to you. And the people that don't listen to you, they don't see it yet. And it's gonna have to take something traumatic for them to realize it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have to take their lives gonna have to go to complete trash for them to realize, oh my God, I remember when I listened to that one guy, man, he was right.
Right.
They ain't gone through the trauma yet. So the people that are going through the trauma, they're gonna listen. People that aren't going through the trauma yet, they're not gonna listen.
So I guess that kind of goes back to when you had distractions. So
I was listening to Andrew Tate a while back.
Right.
But it still never clicked because I never went through trauma yet. I never was really hurt.
You had to go through.
I was never broken. Right? I would listen to it was helping.
Right.
But I never really took action like I am now. But taking action has to do with the trauma you go through. You're just fed up. You're fed up. You have to be fed up. That's just it. You have to want more.
So when you're looking at building content, on a daily basis, what you're doing, where are you getting most of that ideas? Are you getting that from?
Outsource. Use X. Use YouTube. Use Google. Use ChatGPT, AI. Come up with it. Don't use these things as tools. Don't use this as just your go-to for all your solutions. It's a tool. These things are tools to help you move, help you push, help you come up with things to create, to get you over that hurdle of I can't do it. Yes, you can, because other people are doing it.
Awesome. So you just started looking at, when you go on ChatGPT, when you go to X.
Yeah, it's all tools.
And people are doing something. They're all
talking about something.
Wheel, right?
Yeah, they're all talking about something. Everyone has something to say.
Right.
So you read what they're saying, and you get influenced, and you come up with something of your own. It's that easy. You come up with something. You use your brain. Our brains are programmed to work and to be efficient. So use your brain. Stop being scared of coming up with answers. And this is another thing I suggest. If you're confused with something, write it down and come up with 20 answers to that problem. Come up with 20 solutions to that problem. I guarantee if you really come up with 20 answers to that question, you'll find something that'll help you. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to do it. You don't just sit on it. Don't sit on anything.
Just do it.
Don't sit on anything, because the moment you sit on something, someone else is going to take that idea and they're going to do it. And then you missed out.
Right. Promoting and attention. When I say promoting and attention, what are you seeing with that? Is that the same thing pretty much what we're talking about? Just get out there.
It's the same thing, yeah.
Throw it out there?
It has to be good. It has to have value.
No.
It has to have value. If you're going to promote, if you're going to get attention, you got to have value. Or else promoting is useless. You could promote you could promote with the most intriguing video, but if it's a bad product that nobody cares about, nobody really needs, you just wasted money on that promoting. Just wasted money on that promo, on that ad, right? So, awesome. Yeah, a value is the most important thing. That's how you get attention. And this world is attention is the biggest currency.
Right. I heard Gary Vee say that. Yeah. Have you heard that?
Attention is the biggest currency.
Yeah.
It's the moneymaker. You get attention, you have some kind of value. And you either made someone money. No, you made someone money. If you got attention, you did something for somebody. There's no way.
Right.
You did something for somebody. You didn't just do things for yourself. You did something for somebody, because if you're selfish, you're not going to get anywhere.
So you find that when we're talking about like doing videos like this, we talked about this the other day. I think it's selfish for us not to do the videos. It's selfish for us to be in our own head and feel like we're not ready, or
that's why I look at social media. I look at influencers. They're selfish. They're selfish for wanting money out of people to give them a little bit more, right? Just give them that little bit more.
Right.
It's words. Who cares? It's words. Just tell these people. Stop lying to people. Stop making them.
But people can listen to this video and listen to the power of what you're saying right now. But they're not going to do anything because either they don't have someone in their life pushing them, saying, get out of your own head and you can do it and just start. And that's what I find, that people watch videos just like us. It's not like we've recreated this video. We're just coming across from a different perspective down here in Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana. And I'm just finding here in our city, in our state, that we have so much talent, so much opportunity. That people just don't see that their business.
People are quitting. People are giving up. You can't give up.
Right.
You can't quit. I don't care how hard it is. There's a way. There's a way for everything.
Dude, let's just stop right there. Because we can go on all day. So the topic which you just now heard, there is a way. That's what this whole thing was just about. This whole video, this whole conversation we just had was really, there is a way. It's just you have to really be open to be ready to take that way.
You got to go searching. You have to go searching.
Rene Manfre, what's your passion? I appreciate the opportunity. Chase Lerille. I'm going to put our information down to where you can go to our websites and our content, our Facebook, YouTube channels. Subscribe, like, share. That's all we're asking. We're not asking for anything else. We're giving everything we got to you. And all our ask is if you can help us subscribe to our content. Share
We don't
it
want
so other people can see.
We don't want your money. We want to make you money.
I like that one. All right. Thank you, brother. God bless. Bye-bye.
All right.